Welcome. Today is a very special day. We're going to have a very special guest named Priest Khalid Omar. And we'll be talking about the Fahamme Gospel today on the Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome back. Like I promised you, Khalid Omar is my guest. He's a priest. Fahamme.
Fahamme Takrapangami. How are you, Bernie?
It's so good to see you, man. It's been a long time since you've been here. About
Yes,
4
sir.
years, 3 or 4 years?
4 years, 4.5.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
A lot of things have happened since then.
Yes, sir.
We lost a priest.
Well, High Priest actually transitioned. High Priest Peter Ra, who was my teacher and mentor in Genie, he actually transitioned in the year 2013. And so I think I've been on the show once without him.
Yes.
I appeared on here with Imam Barak Corbett.
Precisely.
And haven't been on since.
But you're here now.
Yes, sir.
This is great. And you just celebrated a holiday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've celebrated, we call the celebration the birth of Ra, Ra meaning the sun. It's actually the winter solstice. It's on December the 21st, which is right before the Yule and Yuletide. We had a very good celebration this year. We actually initiated 2 priestesses. We initiated 3 ministers.
Okay.
And we also gave a shahada to a person who we call our elder.
Okay. Tell me exactly what is Fahamme. Excuse me.
Fahamme is the name of a new Negro culture founded on the background of our ancestor worship, our due reverence to our noble ancestors. And basically what that means is that we honor and respect the things that they taught and the things that they created when they were here in the personage. Now, when we talk in terms of ancestors, we do not talk in terms of people who have transitioned here recently. And what we call recently is within the last 1,000 years.
Sure.
When we talk in terms of ancestors, we're talking about 1,000 years or past. I mean, ancestors is actually come from the word ancient. And you can use ancient and say, well, if a person's not here anymore, they're ancient. But when we look in the terms of ancient, we look at in terms of time.
Okay. Now,
Yes,
you weren't born into the Fahamme Gospel.
No, sir.
Okay, so but you transitioned.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, but you accepted it.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
And when and where?
My mom gave me the name, the Christian name, Calvin Yancey. I grew up in the Episcopal Church until I was 13. The good thing that I loved about my mom and still love about my mom is the fact that she always gave us. I had 7 brothers and 1 sister. She's always given us free reign.
Okay.
And
Free thought.
yes, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
And so in that, I ran into. I was fortunate enough to be in the class at O'Fallon Technical High School here in St. Louis, wherein a new teacher came to the school when I was in the 10th grade, and he was teaching graphic arts, which is the subject that I perfected.
Sure.
Well, I guess you can say I perfected. He told me that I mastered it, so I'll say I perfected it.
I think you did.
And he was a printer, so
Certainly.
And he told me that I mastered it. But that's where I met High Priest Peter Ra. Okay. And that was at O'Fallon Technical High School. I was a co-op. My main school was McKinley, and then half a day over at O'Fallon Technical High School.
And he introduced you to
And he introduced me to Fahamme.
And how did you accept it? Was it like a light opening for you, a new world?
Well, High Priest Peter Ra was the epitome of a teacher.
Okay.
And a teacher is a person that he doesn't tell you anything. A teacher gets you to dig with inside to find answers. And I was one of those students, and there were other students in the class that were similar to me, that he challenged our mental capacity on a daily basis.
Okay.
And I was one of the students that would go home after class and get into the dictionary so that I could come back the next day and be able to challenge him back.
Okay.
And then he'd give me another challenge, and then another challenge, and then another challenge, because of course, as we know, knowledge is infinite. And I asked him, how do you do that? When I got older, how do you do that? He said, an adult should always be able to challenge a child.
Okay. Your parents, your family, did they challenge you? Did they accept you being leaving the Episcopalian faith?
It took a second. It took not just my immediate family, but people around me.
Sure.
It took a second. It's new, when you come into something such as Fahamme, you experience what they call cognitive dissonance.
Okay.
And because it's something new to you. You've never heard it before, you've never experienced it, and people really,
they fear the unknown.
They fear the unknown.
Sure.
Yeah, they fear the unknown. And so, yes, but, Peter was such a good teacher that he taught me how to present myself to those people who may experience cognitive dissonance, and to be able to get them to, okay, it's not a bad thing. Wherever you are, that's where you are. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
There's a new book.
Yes, sir. It's actually not a new book.
Okay.
This right here is the our Bible.
Okay, the Holy Fahamme Gospel.
The Holy Fahamme Gospel.
Or Divine Understanding.
And I believe that this book should be in the household of every person that is seeking truth.
Okay.
Especially the African American.
Okay.
This is our Bible.
Okay. Now, how can they get it, and how can they reach you, and how can they get more information about that? Okay.
The way to get the Holy Fahamme Gospel right now is to go to our website, which is Fahamme, FAHAMME.com.
Okay. Is there a way they can phone you also? Is there a telephone number?
If they phone me at 314-393-1727, what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct them to the website.
Okay. So 393-1727 is a way to reach you though directly.
Absolutely. If they have any questions if you have any questions about anything, yes, please give me a call.
So there's some other publications that you brought that we can see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can see them on the screen.
This is a gift that I brought for you, and we pass these out.
They're on the screen.
The one that's on the screen is the God idea.
Okay.
People have lots of questions about the God idea, and I, the God idea. Yes, in Fahamme, we understand that God, the concept of God, is only an idea.
Okay.
And then the other book is The Need for Culture, which High Priest put together. That's the book that he actually wrote himself. The God idea is just a compilation of lessons from the Fahamme Rasul, the Fahamme Prophet. And then we have Change Gods.
Okay.
Change Gods. There are several lectures on Change Gods that we have on our website that you can go to, and it's on YouTube. Change Gods. People really, have questions about that. Change God. What do you mean, change God? Well, in the lecture that I gave on it, Peter gave one on it that was different than the one that I gave on it, but they both had the same concepts. The one that I gave basically broke down what change gods was in the standpoint of how we think. And all change gods mean is change the way you think.
Okay. Do you meet regularly in any particular place?
Sir, we meet on the internet.
Okay.
I actually have a minister in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. I have a minister in Brownsville, Tennessee. I have a minister here in St. Louis, and then our elder is in Chicago.
Okay.
So we meet on the internet. We meet on Wednesdays at 8:00. But what I suggest, if there is someone that's interested in Fahamme, if you're interested in Fahamme, the first thing that you should do is go to the website and dig, investigate, and accumulate questions.
Okay. That's Fahamme, FAHAMME.
Yes, sir.
.com. Okay.
Absolutely.
Priest Khalid Omar is my guest from the Fahamme Gospel. And then we're here at the New Life Evangelistic Center. And I don't know if you visited us here at New Life Evangelistic Center. We're in the 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Although Reverend Larry Rice and the crew, volunteers, workers, are still trying to reopen 1411 Locust Street in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. But there's a need for shelter here. There's a need for clothing here. There's a need to feed those who are in need. There's a need to clothe those who are in need. There's a need to pay, utility bills. There's a need for energy consumption. But all that's carrying on right here at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. But to keep those programs going, we need your tax-free, tax-deductible donation or investment in New Life Evangelistic Center. And you may do that through Post Office Box 473. It's Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, 63166. Or online. Takes less than 2 minutes at one word now, New Life Evangelistic Center, newlifeevangelisticcenter.org. American Express, Visa, MasterCard, Discover Card is a way for you to invest in new life for so many people. I'm Bernie Hayes, back with our guest after this.
All day long, homeless people are wandering the streets because New Life Evangelistic Center 1411 Locust isn't open. We want to reopen that building. The building commissioner told us we could after we did 8 architectural designs, turned them all in if we made basic repairs. We started making all those repairs, and then the developers, they sued us and sued the city and made it stop. And then it went before the Board of Building Appeals. The Board of Building Appeals, they wanted to put, even though we're going to first use just the basement, first, second floor, they wanted to smoke all kinds of different things through the whole building, sprinkler systems, fireproof walls, all unbelievable things that weren't necessary. Now, you can help us go back to what the building commissioner said in November 2018 if you'll get this legal document signed. It's an initiative petition, and we need to get some 25,000 signatures. We can do it if you'll be one of the great and mighty men and women that God's raising up to be a part of this historical movement. Call us at 421-3020. Get your family, your friends, everyone you know that's a registered voter in the city of St. Louis to sign it. We'll give you further information. Call us now.
For the outcast all alone, for the man without a home, for that desperate heart that gives their soul away in the hope they'll be held close, and for the sad neglected wife, for the man life has passed by, for that rejected man who's dying all alone, for the way he lived his life. There is hope. There is hope.
Welcome back. My guest is Priest Khalid Omar from Fahamme Gospel. And Priest, how did you get into Fahamme? And if there's a message you want to give us today.
Yeah. Well, first, let me run by you
Sure.
a few things.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 teachers. My primary teacher was High Priest Peter Rock, whom I already shared with you that
Sure,
I met at
I had the opportunity.
High School.
And I had the pleasure of meeting him.
Absolutely. You knew him well.
Very well, yes, sir.
I actually did not know anything about Fahamme, even though I met him in our 10th grade. I didn't really know that what he was teaching me, which was critical thinking, how to think, to dig, to investigate, to examine thoroughly. I didn't really understand that the name of the organization that he was associated with was Fahamme until I was a sophomore in college.
Okay.
And I did know that he had this funny name, which was funny to me at the time, that really made me curious, and that he was extremely knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. So when I was president of the Black Students Association at Arkansas State, I brought him down to the school. And that's when I actually learned that what he was teaching, or the organization that he was associated with, was Fahamme. And so I really never got a copy of the Fahamme Gospel until I was 22, 23 years old, after I graduated college. And I made a beeline to his house, and that's when I got my first Fahamme Gospel. You don't have to wait that long. People don't have to wait that long. They can go to the website, fahamme.com, and they can order a copy of the book of the Fahamme Gospel right now. And we have other books, as we've shown you already, that you know, they could peruse if they like, if they wish.
You have some messages you want to give to us?
Yeah. We meet, as I mentioned earlier, via the internet. We use Skype. We've been using Skype for a while. Skype has improved, and we meet on Wednesdays. If you call me, what I would do is I would ask you to go and study the website. This is the process. I would ask you to go and study the website and accumulate some questions. And when you get back to me on that right there, then you will eventually earn an opportunity to, I will eventually tell you how to visit with us.
And become more engaged with you.
And become more engaged.
Sure. Okay.
We accept donations. We're not a 501c3, but we do have tax deductible. We do accept tax deductible donations.
Sure, understand.
Yes, sir.
You were going to also present me this book here.
Yes, yes. I wanted to present this book. This is a book that we share when we do engagements. We share with the public so that they can have a initiation into what Fahamme is all about.
Okay, this is great. Thank you so much.
And also, Bernie, I also want to give you a copy of the Fahamme Gospel with its new cover. The Fahamme Gospel in itself, I didn't write the book. All I did was design the cover for the book, and republished it. And I'd like to give you that also.
Tell us who was Nathaniel Johnson.
Paul Nathaniel Johnson.
And thank you, first of all.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, thank you. Thank you for all that you do, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, one day I'd like to interview you. Oh, man, all the things that you do.
Anytime you
want. Wow. Paul Nathaniel Johnson was from Hempstead County, Arkansas. He was born in 1888. He is who we consider a prophet to the Kemetic race. He brought forth a new book, which is the Holy Fahamme Gospel, and a new name for God. He made prophecies and revelations. One of the things that I always like to introduce people to is that the Rasul, one day he was in the 50s, the temperature got extremely hot in the early 50s, year after year after year. The guys, his congregation were in the garden, and they were just talking about how hot it was. And the Fahamme Rasul, this is as it was told, the Fahamme Rasul said, you think it's hot now, wait until the day I die. The Fahamme Rasul transitioned on July 14th. A few years later, July 14th, 1954. And it was the hottest day in this region ever, even till this day.
Wow, wow. Okay.
So that was one of his prophecies.
Any other messages you want to give to us before we make our next break?
Well,
we have about 2 minutes before we go.
Okay. I would also like to invoke the name of another one of my teachers.
Please.
And that was Imam Habib DeHart. Habib DeHart was the co-founder of Matthew Dickey's Boys Club.
Okay.
He was Dickey.
Yeah.
And
Dickie Valentine.
Dickie Valentine.
Sure.
And he introduced Peter Ra, left St. Louis for a while. But he knew that, and at that time, we didn't have all the internet things that we have now. So he introduced me to Habib, and Habib taught me and mentored me for several years up until his transitioning. And so there were a few things that that he taught me that I didn't learn from the high priest. He was basic. He was fundamental.
We had Dickie Valentine's son on here recently, the past 6 months.
Absolutely.
Certainly,
Kareem?
It's Kareem, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he lives in the South Tropics now.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
It was a wonderful visit also. There's so much I want to talk to you about, many things you're doing. Once again, how can they reach you and get more information about Fahamme Gospel?
Okay. The best way to reach me is, my telephone number is 314-393-1727.
Okay.
But the best thing to do is to go to the website, fahamme.com.
Are you on Facebook also?
We're on Facebook, Fahamme Temple of Jaize Culture and Science.
Okay, spell that for me. Jaize Culture.
Jaize, Jeeze Culture and Science.
Okay. And they can reach you on Facebook through
And
there.
you can reach me at Facebook at Fahamme Temple of Jaize Culture and Science. It's actually a private room, so go to the website, learn as much as you can on the website. Give me a call, let's talk, and we'll invite you to the Fahamme website.
Great.
I mean the Fahamme Facebook page.
All these mugs on the table here are for a reason. This is Harris Stowe State University, where I run the Wolf Jazz Institute and National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Webster University, where I teach. This was given to me by Judge Judy Draper and Justice Draper from the Supreme Court.
I know both of them.
Yeah. Well, this is the Bernie Hayes mug. And Reverend Larry Rice is very proud of this mug. I'm very proud of this mug. And this mug has a very high significance to the New Life Evangelistic Center. And here's Reverend Larry Rice to tell you all about it.
The Bernie Hayes program is produced at NLEC TV right here at 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. It's our new headquarters since they closed the 1411 Locust building. We're working to get back into that building. In addition to that, trying to help so many people through a wide variety of safe houses, training programs, transportation assistance, so many ways people are getting help because of all of you that are supporting the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. Now, if you'll send a gift of $25 or more, we want to send you this special, the Bernie Hayes Show cup. And we're giving that to people. It's just a way of saying thank you. So when you send your gift, request a cup. We'll be happy to get it off to you. It's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri. That's 63166. You can give online at nlecstl.org. Now I'm really asking all of you to join us in praying. The needs are so phenomenal at this particular time. So many hurting and homeless people are contacting us daily, but we're able to help them because of each one of you that are praying, caring, and sharing at this time. Tell your families and friends about NLEC TV and get directly involved yourself.
We'll return to our guests after this Black History Moment. Today's subject is Marian Anderson. Marian Anderson was an American singer of classical music and spirituals. Music critic Alan Burlife says her voice was a rich, vibrant contralto of intrinsic beauty. She performed in concert and recital in major music venues with famous orchestras throughout the United States and Europe between 1925 and 1965. In 1939, the Daughters of the American Revolution refused permission for Anderson to sing to an integrated audience in their Constitution Hall. As a refusal by the Daughters of the American Revolution to allow her to appear at Constitution Hall, she appeared at the Lincoln Memorial with a much bigger audience that year. Marian Anderson received so many awards, such as the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Awards. She received the Kennedy Center Honors and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Marian Anderson died April 8th, 1993 in Portland, Oregon. Marian Anderson.
NLEC TV will continue to bring you wholesome family programming, plus many community shows that you only can see on NLEC TV. It's very important you bring it up on your iPhone, the NLEC TV app, or continue to watch it on 24.2. You'll be able to continue to see the Bernie Hayes Show, Zaki Baruti. You'll be able to see Transformation Church with Pastor Burris. In addition to that, you'll be able to see our Here's Help programs and news and views and so much more new and creative stuff that's going to be brought to you on NLEC TV. If you have questions on how to get that app on your iPhone or how to tune in 24.2, call now 314-436-2424. It's NLEC TV that's going to continue to bring you the best in wholesome community, family, entertainment, and renewable energy programming. So be sure you stay right there on NLEC TV. For further information, call 436-2424.
And welcome back. My guest is Priest Khalid Omar of Fahamme. And we only have a few minutes left, but there's so much more we want to say. So tell us about what you want the people to know.
Well, I want the people to know that they should purchase a Fahamme Gospel. And this book will make you as wise as any man or woman.
The key to all Bibles and cultures, the Holy Book. Okay.
Absolutely. It will enhance your understanding of anything else that you're studying.
Okay. And so how can we reach you and get the book, and we're going to learn more about Fahamme?
You can reach me at 314-393-1727 or visit our website at fahamme.com.
Do you give personal lectures and appearances and so forth?
I will. I'm usually invited to teach over at the Temple of Divine Understanding on 4300 Garfield every once in a while, but I haven't taught anything over there. I have many lectures on YouTube. Okay. So you can find those lectures usually by going to Fahamme, and you can find lectures that I've given. I really like the last one that I did is called The Brotherhood of Man. It was a very good lecture. But what I would like to say though is I would like to talk just really briefly.
I have to be briefly.
Yes, about the Fahamme Rasul.
Sure.
That I didn't, something that I did not say earlier when you asked me about Fahamme. The Fahamme Rasul was a culture prophet. And the reason he was a culture prophet is because he felt that what we need as a people to take us to where we need to go is culture. And he defined culture as education and farming, training, and industry. He said that it was the knowledge of law and justice and the science of government and power. He said it made order out of chaos and make a man fit to meet his God. And I just think that people need to know that.
This is wonderful. That's wonderful. And they get all this information through you and through the website.
Yes, sir.
Fahamme.com. Fahamme.
Right.
.com.
Right.
And your phone number is 314-393-1727.
Yes, sir.
It is always a pleasure. I learn so much every time I see you and speak to you. And every time you visit here,
thank you.
We leave with a little bit more knowledge. I want to say thank you so much.
No. Really, Bernie, the thanks should go to you and all that you do.
Well, that's very kind.
I don't know if people really understand the things that you do for the community, but you do a lot. I mean, you're a part of the Jazz Museum. You teach at Webster. You teach at Harris Stowe. You do it all, Bernie, and I don't know how you do it. I'd love for you to give me the secret.
It's time management.
Yes,
thank
sir.
Thank you so much.
Teach me.
I want to thank each and every one of you, especially when you support the New Life Evangelistic Center. You're supporting yourselves and supporting those who in need. The term is new life, and you provide new life for so many people. So many people in need of clothing and food and shelter and so forth. So we're 2428 Woodson Road, Overland, Missouri. Come by and see the energy programs. Come by and see what we're doing. Come by and help Reverend Larry Rice. We're trying to 1411 Locust Street, reopen that, and we need your help. We need you to distribute petitions, get signatures. We need all the help that we can get, and we appreciate everything that you've done for the New Life Evangelistic Center. Have a great day. I'm Bernie Hayes. Until next time, have a great one.